I don't know what just happened, but someone turned on a switch upstairs, and it has gotta be 50 mile an hour. I'm going 60 miles an hour, and I'm pushing this bike for everything it's got.
Oh, day 4 begins. I just had breakfast in the lobby. They should label the food because I have no idea what I just ate. Oh shit, it's windy as hell today. Oh, that's not gonna be good. Oh, another day in the wind. Another day with massive crosswinds. I can feel it.
Here we are on US Route 2 East in North Dakota. Today's problem is the crosswinds. They are massive. We're talking 30, 40 mile an hour crosswinds. And they're basically coming from my southwest. So I guess that would mean they're coming from, I don't ask. They're coming from this way. From back there to here, which is okay when I'm going east, but when the road turns a little bit and I start going northeast, then I'm getting broadsided, and it's making for a very, very long day. It's causing me to question what my limits are. So I left Williston, North Dakota this morning at, I don't know, 9:30 in the morning. And it's basically a little bit north out of Williston to get to east. And that ride north, I was in it for maybe 3 miles when I decided, okay, maybe it's time to ditch it for today and find a motel, and we'll get back at it tomorrow, because the crosswinds were so bad. I was feeling like I was gonna actually get blown off the road. I pressed on a little bit, and eventually the road turned east. And once the road turned east, it became a little bit more tolerable. It wasn't dangerous anymore. It was just irritating. And that was quite a nice ride. The sun was out, and it was a little warmer and a little calmer. And I stopped in Stanley to just kind of gather my shit and put my cameras on again. And as soon as I pulled out of Stanley, the crosswinds are whipping real bad. While I was in Stanley, I looked at the radar, and there's this massive line of bullshit coming from the north to the south, just about at a town called Rugby, which, according to my calculations, is probably about half an hour, 45 minutes from where I am right now. So there's a good chance I'm about to get in the shit. So that again has me questioning, what are my limits for this trip? What am I willing to do? What risks am I willing to take? And when should I just say, how about no? Right now, these crosswinds are pushing my limits, but we're not quite there yet. Any more than this, if it gets a little bit worse than this, I'm going to have to pull the plug on this day, because it's going to become unsafe. Thank God I didn't bring a third bag to make me taller and more sail-like, because I think I would have had to ditch miles back. But the setup that I got going now with the Lone Rider panniers down low, and the weight low and everything, it's not so bad. I do have my rain kit. This is the outer layer of the Alpine Star's Bogota Pro. This is that dry star stuff that's supposed to be like Vortex. I don't know. I've used it in a number of rainstorms and it's worked great. So I'm confident in that. And I do have rain pants tucked away, so I can stop and put those on real quick if it starts to get wet. And I broke out the old Alpine Stars, whatever these are, Dry Star gloves to keep my hands nice and warm and dry. So, we're gonna go through a rainstorm, and if it's not horrible, we'll push through it. If it's downpours, I don't have that in me today. Just being honest. These crosswinds are exhausting. And having to do this plus a downpour, I think I'm gonna have to say, yeah, we're just gonna call it for the night. But we'll see when we get there. I got some flexibility in my schedule. I can arrive a day, or worst case scenario, 2 days late to where I'm going on Cape Cod to meet my friends. They'll understand. They don't. No one, including Ladybug, who's also going to be there. No one wants me to sort of risk my life to get to Cape Cod. Who does that? Status report anyway on day 4. Everything is going fantastically. The motorcycle itself, my Moto Guzzi V85TT Adventure, is doing amazing. It's handling these crosswinds as well as any motorcycle could. It chugs along at 70 without any sort of complaint whatsoever. It's doing really well on fuel range, even in this wind. I mean, I'm definitely suffering, but not as bad as it could be, I guess. I don't know. I'm still, even in this horrible wind, I'm getting at least 200 miles range on a tank. So that's not bad. The tires are holding up well. They're the Anarchy Adventure, I believe. The stock tires that came with the bike. They're holding up just fantastically. The Lone Rider gear, the tank bag, tail bag, and the 2 panniers, the moto bags, are just next level awesome. I'm not just saying that because Lone Rider graciously sent this stuff to me for the trip to test. I'm being honest. These things are fantastic. I love them. I wouldn't want to be traveling without them at all. And if you're interested at all in gearing up your bike with some Lone Rider stuff, there's a link in the description that you can use. You get a little bit of a discount, I think. I'll get a little kickback to throw towards my adventures. Everyone's happy. But again, I wouldn't recommend them if I didn't absolutely love them. And they're perfect. I have no complaints whatsoever. Also, along those lines, this Chigee navigation thing, I can't say enough good things about it. It's the screen is absolutely beautiful and crisp and bright when you want it, dim when you don't. It shows you all the information you could possibly want, or you could just turn the damn thing off if you want and not look at it at all. But I've come to learn that part of the fun of motorcycle adventuring for me is, following along with yourself, tracking where you are, how far you get to go. I know a lot of people are like, I don't want to know that. I just want to go. And I totally respect that. I've realized that I'm the complete opposite. I really enjoy having a countdown. It gives me something to look forward to. It's like a little game, I don't know. But I like having the stats. I didn't think I would, actually. I think I really thought I'd take this thing off, put it in my bag, and only take it out when I absolutely needed it. But it's kind of like a little companion now. We're friends. This is my friend Chigee. Chigee, this is people from my channel. Say hi. It did say hi. It bounces up and down. I have it mounted on this cheap-ass bracket that I bought off of Amazon. One of those brackets that you can put your Garmin on or whatever. I just put the Chigee on and my camera. And it's bouncing around like crazy. I don't think it's the bracket's fault. I don't think it's the motorcycle's fault. I just think it's like there's a lot of weight up there and a lot of, I don't know. It wasn't really meant to do this, and it's doing it, and it's fine. It's just a little bouncy. But you get used to it, and just like anything. What I'm not getting used to are these crosswinds. Now, normally, you've seen in my past videos, I'm usually no hands on the bars talking like an Italian guy, because I am, with my hands. But, not today, my friends. Oh no. Because I will end up in that pond if I take my hands off the bars. I could take one hand off the bar for a second, but let's not go crazy. Anyway, the big plan as I said, is to make it to Bemidji. I believe that's how you pronounce it. If I'm mispronouncing that, please let me know in the comments. I'm sure you will. And so I should be there in 5.5 hours for a total trip length of, I guess, about 7 hours. That's just riding time. That doesn't take into account I'm going to stop and fry in a field for half an hour. But you know what I'm saying. I wish I had taken the camera to breakfast this morning, because I took advantage of the free breakfast at the Microtel motel that I was staying in. And apparently it was biscuits and gravy again. And so I opened up the thing, and there's what looked like biscuits, and then there was gravy, but they weren't really biscuits. They were, I don't know, these little round things, almost like hash browns or something, I don't know. But I figured those must be the biscuits somehow, so I put those on my plate. I put the gravy on top of it, and then I went to the next bin, and then I found the biscuits. So I'm like, what the hell did I just put gravy on that was in with the gravy? You would think that biscuits and gravy would be together. They weren't. As of right now, I still don't know what that food was. I swear to God, I have no idea what that food was. It wasn't potato. It wasn't biscuits. It was brown. I have no idea. Needless to say, I scooped the gravy off of that and put it on my biscuit, ate my biscuit and gravy, and got the hell out of there as fast as I could, because that was nasty. Okay. It is so windy right now and cold. It's 49 and windy, and we're about to head into some stormage. I think I'm gonna shut this down for a little while, talk to myself, and maybe we'll throw the cameras back on once we get into the shit over in Rugby. But for right now, I just gotta concentrate on keeping the bike upright. This is ridiculous. I decided to stop and take a look at the radar, and there's some nastiness about 20 miles to my east. So I went ahead and put on the rain pants that I've had for 25 years, and hopefully they'll hold up. But I'm gonna get back on the road. I don't know. This is the part of the show where I slow it down a little bit and try to remain upright. I don't care so much about staying dry, because that ship has sailed. But the slick roads, in combination with these crosswinds, are making for some treacherous riding. Even if I wanted to sort of pull off and take shelter, there's not a whole lot of places to pull off and, you know, grab myself a Starbucks and wait it out. If I want a Starbucks, I think I'm going to have to go about 900 more miles. I'm not really sure. I'd have to look on a map. Maybe there's one in Bemidji. I'm looking at weather radar right now on my little screen here. Well, I'm not really looking at it, because if I take my eyes off the road for more than, 2 seconds, I'm gonna end up in a cow field. Is that what you call them? I don't know. Anyway, there's a line of stuff. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there's a line of stuff we're about to go through. It doesn't look particularly nasty or anything, but I mean, well, it's not awesome. It's not raining unicorns and bubblegum. Alright, well, the rain is certainly taking a turn. This is fun. 47 degrees. I'm frozen. But I'm relatively dry. My hands are remaining relatively dry. I lost feeling in the hands probably about 20 miles ago, so even if I weren't dry, I wouldn't feel it. Get that going for me. Well, the bike is holding up wonderfully in this weather, so that's good. Its tires seem to be handling the wet just fine. I am all over the road with this wind, but I'm managing to keep it somewhat on course. They've only got about 300 miles more to go. 4.5 hours of riding time. Yeah. I don't know about that. Oh, you know what's lovely? I didn't book a room for tonight. I didn't even think about it. Like, I mean, I thought about it, but I didn't do it. So, I don't even have like a nice, warm, comfortable bed to look forward to. I mean, I'm sure there's one there, but I don't have it solidified. I don't have it in the books. So as of right now, I'm homeless. Okay, guys. I don't know what just happened, but someone turned on a switch upstairs, and it has gotta be 50 mile an hour winds right now. I'm going 60 miles an hour, and I'm pushing this bike for everything it's got. Whoa! It's been a crazy day. The weather has been all over the place. Fierce crosswinds, pouring rain, temperatures upper 40s, low 50s. I just crossed into Minnesota. I'm at a rest stop just outside of Grand Forks or something. I don't know. I'm gonna plug along. 3 or 4 times today I've decided that I was going to just call it for the day and find a motel, and then for some stupid reason I just kept going. And now I'm like an hour and a half away from Bemidji in Minnesota, where I was planning on going, so hopefully I'll make it. I looked at the radar and there's a big line of shit coming through from the north, but hopefully that'll clear out by the time I get there, and I'll find myself a Super 8 or a Motel 6 or a Hotel 12 or something, and I gotta get a shower, some heat, something. Anyway. I'm not complaining at all. I'm having a blast. It's testing me. It's testing my bike. It's testing my Lone Rider gear, and everything, except for me, is holding up just great. I mean, I'm fine. I'm just cold. I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't trade this for a nice warm couch and being home. I'm really kind of digging this life. Digging the being on the road and eating crap out of gas stations and free breakfasts at cheap motels and mod, rain gear. It's all coming up roses. Goodbye.